sat just right above the male slave dungeon. And so above this very dungeon, there is a church sitting comfortably above this dungeon. And so while there were others up here claiming they were worshiping God, singing praises to God, preaching love your neighbor as yourself, there were others in here dying and suffering. But then the big question we need to ask ourselves is that why should they even build a church on top of a slave dungeon? When you visit the Elmina Castle, the Dutch had their church just right above the female slave dungeon with a quotation, Psalm 132 verse 13, which says that Zion is a Lord's resting place, and there she will rest forever. And so indeed, if we truly have heaven and hell, perhaps they are trying to teach us about the concept of heaven and hell. Other than that, I personally do not understand the reason why others must be up here claiming they were worshiping God, and just right beneath them, there were others in here dying and suffering. Let's hear from you.
This is the Atlantic Slave Trade Castle. This is where the males, this is the male dungeon where they kept the males at.
Alright, so even as high as these poles, they were still crossed with metal bars just to prevent the captive from escaping. But let us look over here. When you carefully look on the ground, these are bent bricks. These are supposed to be the original floor of the dungeon, not this. And so on top of the original floor, all these are human feces, blood, vomit, covering the original floor of the dungeon. So what we are standing on now, this is not the original floor of the dungeon. Rather, the original floor of the dungeon itself, it is below the remains of the captives.
So these are feces?
Yes. Yes. Let's see the very final chamber.
This is the male chamber of the slave, Atlantic slave trade.
Alright, so that is the very last chamber. As you can see, this part of the chamber is naturally brighter as you compare to the remaining chambers because of this open space up here. From this point, not everyone will continue the journey from this point. From this point, we need to separate the weaker ones from the stronger ones. The weaker ones will have to stay in this room for doctors or physicians in the castle to examine them. Only the stronger ones continues with the journey. After the sorting has been done, the stronger ones wouldn't move back towards the main entrance. No, they would have to exit the dungeon through an underground passage. Behind this very wall, there was an underground tunnel, very big and very wide, about 70 meters from this point. Only the stronger ones would have to make their way through the tunnel. They walk through till they get to the door of no return, where the women can join them. They all move straight into the ships. The tunnel itself has been blocked by the British in 1833. For that reason, we cannot move through this tunnel. However, when you step outside, you get the opportunity to see how big the tunnel is, where exactly the tunnel ends. But from this point,